Listen, we are back. Make sure you like this video as you are coming in. Make sure you like it. Thank you. What is up, y'all? It's your girl, Brand New, and honey, I am back in the building. Listen, honey, I had to take a day off to get my life together. We are sick again. How did this happen twice? How did this happen twice? I always get sick once a year, at least. I don't think I got sick at all last year. But, yeah, this is twice. It's like all these damn germs. I don't even be around people like that. But what they say is all you got to do is be around your child. And your child is around everybody. So thank you, Shammy. I knew it was something Saturday when we were having that conversation. And after we had our conversation, I ended up sneezing. Shammy would be hyperventilating right now, you guys, because she doesn't like when I blame her when I get sick. But, honey, it's your fault. Listen, we still love you, but goddamn, I'm going to have a mask around your ass. Miss Robson can't be getting sick. When I get sick, you guys, I get depressed. I get annoyed. I get frustrated. I be wanting to fight. Like this morning, I woke up in somewhat of a bad mood because I'm like, why is it so cold outside? I'm so sick of it being, I don't want it fucking hot either, like extremely hot. I ain't that person, but I don't like it when it's too cold. I need December to December, which means little to no snow, like light snow if it's gonna snow. I don't need shit sticking to the ground. I don't need to be worried about sliding around in the car. I expect January to January. I expect February to February with the freezing snow. What is it? Freezing ice and that whole thing. And then it snows a lot more. I expect that. I feel like we are getting where I'm at, honey. I don't know where you at. But we are getting January and February and December. And I can fucking only imagine the rest of these months. Because I'm just like, and I'm somebody, I don't hate the winter time. I don't mind it getting cold, but I don't like all this snow and ice and shit. Like a little light dusting of snow. And I love being snowed in. It's something about that, right? Being snowed in, having some good food, movies, shows, snacks, some YouTube, some good sex, honey. Okay. Some good sex, some good D. Okay. Baby, it's been a lot going on in these YouTube streets. Yesterday I had the chance to catch up with everything from Married to Medicine, Real Housewives of Potomac. Married to Medicine is such a fucking vibe this season. Oh my gosh. Quad's body is sick. Quad needs to be arrested for that body. It was just such like, it was a key. It was good. Married to Medicine. I'm liking the new girl. They got my name, honey. Her name, Brandy. We're going to get more off into that in the next video. Because there's so much other stuff I need to talk about. Real Housewives of Potomac is good. Real Housewives of Potomac is good only because Monique is back. And they need Monique back full time. That's the problem with Real Housewives of Potomac. It's too many fake people on there. And they at least need some real people. Okay, like real. And I feel like Monique is that. The show needs her. You got Stacey always lying. You got dang on Wendy and Eddie. They the African scammers. The Nigerian scammers, allegedly. You got Giselle's fake ass. Ashley, it's too many fake motherfuckers. They at least need a real one. And I'm going to call Monique a real one right now because I'm really loving her authenticity. Speaking of Monique, she was on Angela Yee's show. And she had mentioned that Chris put his hands on her, you guys. Are you guys buying her book in January? I think it comes out, January 3rd? Okay, I think Angela Yee said it's on her birthday. But yeah, Monique did a really good interview with them. She really opened up about her marriage, how Chris is taking her through it, and Chris put the video out with her and her former co-star that she did radio with. She looked cute with that guy. I was happy. I said, look at Monique getting her damn groove back. I knew your ass was full of shit when you said you wasn't trying to date these niggas right now, but looked like you dated somebody. You was holding something, honey, while you was going through that divorce. I ain't mad at you. He don't look bad. He looked better than Chris. And Chris is mad. You didn't want to treat that woman the right way. Why do men do that? Y'all get revenge on us for shit y'all do to us. What type of crazy shit is that? But Monique says she's sick of protecting, Chris's lies and the image. And honey, she is telling it all in this new book. I can't wait to grab it. I'm going to get it. Are you going to get it? Let's get into Love and Marriage Huntsville. The Love and Marriage Huntsville of it all. Let's see what the people think. I had mentioned to you guys about that last episode that I felt like, okay, I made a post. I said, how y'all feel about Tisha and Kimmy denying that their husbands cheat? That's what, took me out. They were acting, we just don't believe it. Anytime something pops up about their husbands, they just don't believe it. If it was male, child, I could only imagine they would have been like, yeah, he did it, and it happened. And I know people will say, well, Martell really did cheat, and we really did see the girl and the baby, and yeah, but where there's some smoke, there's some fire, and Maurice and Marceau are not innocent, and I feel like Tisha and Kimmy, they definitely play into this narrative that Marceau and Maurice is above certain things, and they're not. Even for Miss Wanda, I thought that shit was so funny at the end, when she was like, you better consider what she said. She said, that's why I'm not married now. Because I guess her old man, honey, was trying to step out on her. I wonder, did he get himself a woman that could spell? Okay, and that can enunciate. Okay. Honey, Wanda is a fool. I was cracking up. Let's see what y'all had to say about that. One person says they both believe it. They just trying to save face. They didn't have a problem throwing it up in Melody's face about Martell. It's true, and I believe Dusty has been with all three. Martell, Marceau, and Maurice. Ooh, not all three of them. I don't think she's been with all three. I'm sipping on my ginger ale, honey. My fake champagne. I don't think she's been with all three. Maybe allegedly Martell, but I don't see her with Mellow Yellow. I don't think she could stomach Marceau. I don't know, but I can't put it past people, child. Another person says, laughable. They keep focusing on what the woman looks like now during the interview. I didn't think she looked that bad. She didn't look that good. But y'all know when these niggas cheat, they cheat down. Okay, can't even get a pretty woman, honey. Pretty woman. They keep focusing on what the woman looks like now during the interview. They show her pics of what she looked like on the Vegas trip. She looked totally different. They know the truth, and the mama with the food trucks knows the truth also. Yeah, Miss Wanda was looking like she believed it. Do y'all notice that Miss Wanda always believes that Marceau cheated on Latifah? That is so telling. She always believes everything. Y'all know if a mother-in-law, okay, if a mother-in-law ain't protecting her son-in-law, okay, and she tried to do that, but she always be believing. She always believed the stories that Marceau cheated on Latifah. She actually followed Marceau around. Yeah, she said she didn't find nothing, but she still don't trust him. Another person says, I can't stand those delusional bullies. Don't like none of their lying, condescending asses. Nell needs to seriously check their asses and make them get off her back. I didn't like all that gaslighting with Nell. I didn't like it. They just kept fucking with her. And then when she reacted, she already didn't want to have a conversation, Kimmy. Then you got Kimmy telling Destiny, yeah, I had to force her. And here go Destiny, yeah, you had to force her to have a conversation. Because there's nothing to say to a bitch like Tisha Scott. And that is a good way to know you don't like somebody. When you say the first and the last name, honey, I say you better say it, Miss Nell, Tisha Scott. Tisha Scott is a victim. You will never get a victim taking accountability and responsibility for their bad behavior. It is not going to happen in this lifetime. They will always blame and gaslight you, and you're so horrible, and you started with them. And these type of people also don't like that you respond. They feel like they can attack, and then as soon as you respond, you're this evil monster with a dark soul. Okay? Another person, real men stand on business, not ever cheat or take their wives for granted. Another person, crazy how both women stay in other people's business, but cut short combos about their cheating husbands. Yeah, they get out of that. And Carlos, you better be holding their damn feet to the fire during the fucking reunion, or I'm going to be annoyed. Because I feel like when it came to Melody and Martell, he put them in lowest terms. He was asking all the questions. He was getting on this one, getting on that one. He had timelines, dates. He was on it with Melody and Martell as these motherfucking Scots, Kimmy, Marceau, Maurice, and Latifah. All of them get out of questions. All of them avoid the truth. I am so sick of it, you guys. I'm sick of this shit. Like, something don't look right, honey. Miss Robinson gonna have to get to the bottom of this shit. So, yeah, I'm sick of them. And I'm just sick of them being allowed to do that. And the more you think about it, the more you realize why Melody left this show. It's like literally unfair. It's unfair. Everybody's not treated the same. Everybody's not held to the same standard. I feel like Carlos and the rest of that cast, they really wanted to trick off of Melody and Martell. They really wanted to like hide behind that, like really focus on them and then not hold anybody else accountable or responsible. Destiny should be off the show if she's not going to be able to discuss this stuff with LaBarbecue. Because this stuff that's going on behind the scenes with her and LaBarbecue is more interesting than her fake ass dating of these co-stars, honey. Of her co-stars. Okay? Another person says they believe it. They just don't want us to believe it. These two know their husbands do whatever they want and they are desperate to have a husband, so they just accept it. You know what really hurts me is when I think about how they would be like questioning Mel and just keep bringing it up. And like I told y'all, even Latifah has thrown in Melody's face several times that Martell cheated on her with Ariana. She would always bring it up and weaponize it. And it's just like, these women, they are not like, I don't know, they don't have to be transparent. They don't have to be forthright. They get to get out of questions. They get to not tell the truth. It was very convenient for Kimmy to be like, oh yeah, I don't believe it. I just don't girl. But yeah, I'm not shocked. But yeah, it's too many double standards on this show. Because when Melody was going through that, they was on her ass like white on rice. They would be having a good time. I watched it. They would have a good time. Melody be smiling and laughing. And then they bringing up Martell cheating on her or making her feel bad about something else that he's did to embarrass her. And then as soon as they are asked something, and you'll even have Kimmy giving a dissertation like, I just feel like people feel like because they got cheated on, everybody cheats. And bitch, that's not what it is. People are finding evidence about your raggedy ass husband and they asking you about it, gal. Okay, like I don't like that. And I don't know. It's just like the more you see that, the more you understand why Melody quit. you really do the revenge piece stuff, this cast and how they act, and they don't want to be, forthcoming about what's really going on in their life, but everybody wants to break your shit down in a whole bunch of pieces and get to the bottom of it and question you, and it's crazy. Okay, so let's shake a bone and get the hell on. Next, we got the Shade Room. They have an update. Kandi Burruss reportedly responds back to Todd Tucker's primary custody filing and questioning of their prenup. Kandi Burruss has reportedly responded to Todd Tucker's primary custody filing and questioning of their prenuptial agreement. According to an exclusive report published by US Weekly on Tuesday, December 2nd, on Monday, December 1st, Kandi Burruss amended her divorce petition, this to address Tucker's custody filing and his assertion that he signed their prenup without his lawyer present. The parties' journey to executing an enforceable prenuptial agreement was filmed and broadcast on Bravo Television Network with the knowledge and consent of both Burruss and Tucker. Yeah, Todd, they got your ass on tape. Okay? They got you on tape. So you agree to the prenup. He's trying to get child support and alimony. I don't think you should get any alimony. Kandi is saying that she has a full staff, she has family, she has nannies. She doesn't just need Todd to take care of the kids. And I'm going to have to side with Kandi on this because, Todd, you're going to have to work. You can't just hide behind this whole daddy daycare facade. And do y'all notice how he desperately films those kids in the car? Okay, it's like the angle he is filming those kids to make it look like, yeah, I'm always with them. Yeah, you are. We saw you do all of that. But yeah, my money is on Kandi. Because you ain't going to be around all the time, Todd, to take care of those kids. Not the way you like to party and turn up. Okay, and you have to work. So yeah, just hire a nanny and, you and Kandi co-parent and that's it. But I don't think he should get any child support. Alimony, I don't think he should get that. I know some people will say, yeah, but Kandi chose him and this is what you chose. And yeah, this is what you chose. But just because she would have got with a man that, let's say she got with a real rich man, that don't mean he would have been as good as Todd. Because these niggas' characters is like not good when they have money like that. They you really find out who a person is when they have money. Like when they have good, decent character and morals and values and ethics and don't try to screw people over and be a narcissist and be so focused on them. Like that's the true test. Todd was not a bad dude because he helped her with several projects. They made millions of dollars together. You do see him spending time with the children. You do see him working. You know what I'm saying? Like he wasn't, to me, I don't think he was a bad choice for Kandi. I know people are like, yeah, but you should always choose on your level money-wise and then on your level character-wise. Character-wise. Can't talk. I'm always go for character. Because money can be made, money can be replaced. You can always fix something involving money. But you can pay for school, but you can't buy class. Some people's characters are trash, and they wouldn't have did half the shit that Todd did over there with Kandi. She was with him for 11 years for a reason. And I actually heard Kandi come out of her mouth and say, I will never choose a man just based off of how much money he has, because sometimes the men with the most money, they want to treat you the worst. And I agree with that. I'm not saying, it's all men that have so much money, but they wouldn't be humble about certain things the way Todd is. And I know from my own experience, like, yeah, you can, date somebody with a lot of money, and then, there's the guy, he got his regular money, but he's a decent dude. He's a good dude. He's like making sure that you feel protected, you feel loved, you feel covered. Just all the things, right? That is so important. I will always choose character over somebody's money. You still need to have money, okay? But I will always choose character over when it comes to men. I would, because I don't like that dogmatic, arrogant, condescending, narcissistic child. It is a mess. So let's get back to this Kandi and Todd situation. Furthermore, Burris's attorney reportedly noted that in the footage, Tucker audibly announced that he was good to sign the agreement during a private conversation with his estranged wife. In the conversation, he had allegedly noted that he had been talking to his lawyer on and off camera. Additionally, Burris also responded to Tucker's request for primary custody of Ace and Blaze during her apparent out-of-state work. Per the outlet, Burris shifted her stance from joint legal and physical custody to now wanting primary custody of Ace and Blaze. See, Todd, why did you play that card when it could have been a joint thing? So he over there with Randy Kessler, and I'm like, why Kandi don't have his attorney? His attorney is big. His attorney helped Portia. And it's like, she got some woman that worked under Randy Kessler as her attorney. Weird. In her filing, she reportedly noted that both she and her ex-husband are both public figures and self-employed entrepreneurs. Additionally, she asserted that she has always paid for a nanny to accompany her and her children during her travels. Both Burris and Tucker have held professional obligations that have required each party to travel away from the home for extended periods of time, independently and jointly. Prior to and after the births of both of their minor children, her filing reportedly noted they also have a diverse and concentrated family support network, which includes maternal grandparents, aunts, uncles, and cousins within a 5 to 20 mile radius of the family residence. She got him. Kandi is going to win this. To me, she is. Because she just has him on so many levels. Okay? As the Shade Room previously reported, on November 26, Todd Tucker reportedly filed his response to Kandi Burris's November 21st divorce petition. In her petition, Burris reportedly cited her and Tucker's separation dates as of July 15th, 2025. That's my birthday. It happened on my birthday. Ugh. Additionally, she noted that their union was irretrievably broken. However, she noted that she wished to share joint custody and have their prenup enforced. In response, Tucker asserted that Ace and Blaze have been living with him while Burris works out of state. Therefore, he would like to have primary custody of them. And if he and Burris can't come to an agreement, he plans to pursue primary physical custody, joint legal custody, and final decision-making authority over the kids. Additionally, Tucker alleges that he signed his prenuptial agreement moments ahead of tying the knot to Burris without his lawyer present. Well, shit, that's what you did. That they got on tape, nigga. All they got to do is pull up the Bravo footage. So I'm with Kandi on this. And I feel like Kandi is going to win this. Let's see what the people think about this. So one person says, I want them to do this privately so bad. Girl, bye. This shit ain't going to be private. You dealing with a celebrity. And Todd is a celebrity and a half. I'm just playing. But They're celebrities. They was on Real Housewives of Atlanta, one of the most visible shows on Bravo, or just period. It ain't gonna be like that. I don't want this divorce to tear their family up. Unfortunately, it comes with divorce. It just does. Or when people break up, you really see inside of stuff. It's the same thing with Monique and Chris. Because now she's alleging that he was physically abusive to her. And it's like, damn, I ain't see that coming. But I knew something was wrong with Chris Samuels when he threatened them women on Potomac, saying he wished he could turn into Bruce Jenner and slap the shit out of them. I knew something was wrong with his ass then. And Monique was over there overly defending him. And she said she was just trying to protect her family unit at that time. So, yeah, it's... Child, you just really find out the truth and shit. Like when people break up and divorce and everything. One person says Kandi don't play about her money, and of course she's going to fight this. She go win because she got that money. She got the support. She got the resources. Family. She's a Taurus. Normally Taurus have unlimited supply of money, family, everything. You know? They have a lot of good relationships with everybody. This is your high quality Taurus. There are some low quality Taurus. Ooga booga Taurus. First floor Taurus. Okay? But these are top notch Taurus. They're going to have all their dockets in a row. Everything is going to be like together. Another person says Kandi is going to meticulously crush Todd's ego in hopes of getting money he's not entitled to. Then you got a lot of people saying, see, he wanted money. I'm going to say this. As far as their businesses and money they've made, you know, but are the businesses dissolved now? But I feel like he should get something. I don't feel like it's too far-fetched where he gets nothing. Because like I said, you guys, he did contribute. But all this alimony and you child support, you don't want to be bothered with them kids like that. And then you got to work and you like to be outside and shit. So you ain't going to have time for the kids like that. So, yeah. I feel like Kandi should... She has all the resources. She can hire the nanny. She can have the kids when she ain't working. But Kandi is always working. She got family. She just seems like highly equipped in that area. And what Todd got himself, or he just wants to be compensated for being with the kids all the time. But then he's still going to be working. And then if he's still going to be working, he ain't going to be able to tend to the kids. They're going to need a nanny. So he just does not come with everything that Kandi comes with. He's not going to win this. This is like when Tony Braxton told Tamar, you fucking with a heavyweight. Kandi is the heavyweight. Todd is the little mouse begging for cheese. Okay? The heavyweight is going to get you each and every time. Another person, I don't want your money. I don't want Kandi's money. Surprise, surprise. Yeah, he wants something. I don't think that I think people really have to really think that this couple did a lot together business-wise. They did. So he should be entitled to something, but I don't feel like it should be alimony or child support. Just something entitled to the businesses. Maybe he gets the side house or something. I don't know, child, but because I know Kandi got 2 houses, child. I don't know. I feel like he should get something, but I just don't feel like it should be alimony and child support because it just don't make sense. Another person, but then again, like I said, Kandi wanted a man she can control. This is why certain women date certain men. Because it be that other element of control. And as a woman, you kind of need some shit to be predictable. Because when we try to love you other niggas, y'all put us through a lot of unpredictable times, child. So, yeah, after a while of going through so much love trauma with niggas switching up on you and acting a certain way because of some money, and it's like you're not even attracted to people that's on your so-called level. You want to date a little bit down, where people, I don't know, it's just where their priorities are heartfelt. And, I think that she felt like Todd was down to earth, more down to earth than maybe some of the men on her so-called level. I don't like the footage where people are saying he was never attracted to her. I'm like, who the fuck is Todd? Kandi ain't no bad looking woman. So I don't feel like that footage of him saying she's no Rihanna, even though I thought it was stupid. He also said he's no Tyson Beckford. But people focused on the Rihanna comment. Well, Rihanna ain't all like that to me. She looked good, but she ain't like, oh my God, like drop dead. No, not to me. So I thought that was a bad comparison. Another person, unfortunately, this is about to get messy. Another person, Todd is using the kids to grab a bag from Kandi. Why? Who knows? Kandi raised Rowley with a great support team, meaning family. So come on, she is not new to this. Yeah. Kandi is the heavyweight. Another person says Taurus activated. Yeah. Because at first it looked like Todd was trying to get the child support, the alimony, trying to get all these things, honey. And Kandi said, not today, and tomorrow don't look good either. Another person, everyone thought Mama Joyce was wrong for treating Todd the way she did. Lo and behold, he actually is after Kandi's money. Mama Joyce was after Kandi's money too, though. And sometimes your family and so-called friends, they don't really care about you the way you think they do. They care about what you come with. And she didn't want Todd getting any of her cut. She like, Kandi, I'm glad you happy and everything with this man, but he better not be coming for my money. Because she was the overbearing mother, a bit narcissistic. She was team too much. But you can't feel bad for Kandi because Kandi never put any boundaries up with her mother. Oh, child, somebody said Mama Joyce recognized game because she's been playing it for decades. Nobody is mooching off of Kandi as much as she is. Parents do it all the time. They bring you into this world and raise you, then want a lifetime of luxury, all because they did what they were supposed to do. So, did y'all hear Funky Dineva exposing Tamar Braxton, saying that she been over there kissing him and feces? Y'all know Yandy from Love and Hip Hop, that's her husband, or is it not her husband? Do they got an open marriage? But she said, not she, Funky Dineva said that Tamar was kissing all on him, all on his lap, and child, a mess. Now Tamar wants to sue Funky Dineva for putting that out there. She's saying that this whole situation has affected everybody's families, and the information that Funky Dineva is putting out there is false and none of it is true. Honey, it's a mess. So one person says Funky kept his word. Tamar likes to play with people, and Funky jumped in the sandbox right along with her bucket. Right along with her with a bucket. Funky Dineva got upset because Tamar did an interview with the lady L'Oreal. I think she was on Love and Hip Hop. And in the interview, Tamar kept mentioning she gave Funky this birthday party. And he is like, that didn't happen. My whole thing is, I didn't feel like that was enough for him to get as upset as he did. But I think he wanted to expose her. I think he had enough to where he got sick of her and he wanted to expose her. Because my whole thing is, why do you keep trying to imply that you gave this man a party and he's saying the party never happened? And I believe him. I believe what Funky said. And girl, you been messing with this married man. You his side piece, Tamar. I heard Tamar had another affair. I can't even get the words out. She had an affair in the past. So one person says, the way I would keep my mouth shut and not provoke someone who had this kind of tea on me, we can't say he didn't warn her. Yeah, pretty much. Another person, you know he's not lying. He is 100% believable and didn't stutter once. Another person says Funky tore her up again. I think he's telling the truth, and I wouldn't be surprised if he's sitting on some more tea. Another person says, I still don't understand why she didn't stand up for Funky when people were dragging him for her blackout and missing tooth. Come on. Come to find out, when Funky went home that night, man, DC's was the one that was at her house the whole night. And then you knew Funky had all that tea on you, and you didn't put an end to the situation, but instead you kept taunting him, knowing that he's a blogger. The whole teeth situation is weird. But I guess, you know, she's trying to say she was sleepwalking and had some type of accident, child. It's a mess. Another person, she healed mighty quickly. Yeah, but I heard she went and got her some more teeth real quick. But yeah, and then she denied wanting for someone to call the ambulance. If you woke up in a pool of blood, wouldn't you want to do that? That don't make no sense. But she's a dark-sided Pisces. They're very dramatic. They love concocting shit. They gossip too much. They are team too much. Dark-sided Pisces. They're too much. They are tacky. And yeah, that's what Tay-Tay is with this situation. Another person says if she was throwing him a party, where were his friends? I only saw Tamar and her friends surrounded by the club employees. Good one. Another person says Yandy Trackman DC's phone, I call him Memphises, pulled up and whipped Tamar's ass. Whipped her so good she couldn't even remember what happened. And then tried to incriminate Funky. She got the right one, because Funky will read your life for filth. And did. Okay, last but not least, we got Jada Pinkett Smith, accused of telling Will Smith's pal he would catch a bullet in $3 million lawsuit. Jada Pinkett Smith is being sued by former friend of Will Smith, Bilal Salam. Now, mind you, you guys, this is the guy that was interviewed by Tasha K that was putting out there that Will is gay and he caught him and Dwayne, and, you know, he was allegedly trying to do some type of money shakedown with Will. I don't like this man and I don't trust him. So Bilal Salam is suing Jada Pinkett over alleged threats she made against him following a 2021 altercation at the Fresh Prince of Bel-Air star's birthday, it was Will Smith's birthday party. Jada Pinkett Smith is facing a legal battle. The 54-year-old is the subject of a $3 million lawsuit filed by her husband, Will Smith's former associate, Bilal Salam, in which he alleges she orchestrated a smear campaign against him following an altercation in September of 2021 at Will's birthday party. My dude, you are out here saying her dude is gay. You're out here ruining his reputation. You out here coming up with all these damn stories. So why would she like you? Why wouldn't she want to beat your ass or have somebody do it? Why wouldn't she? I don't feel sorry for you. Get out of here, sir. Defendant Jada Pinkett Smith approached plaintiff with approximately 7 members of her entourage. Y'all know Jada from Be More. She don't play that shit. And they became verbally aggressive. The November 7th lawsuit obtained by E! News alleges and threatened plaintiff by stating that if he continued telling her personal business, he would end up missing or would catch a bullet, and demanded he sign a non-disclosure agreement, NDA, or else. The suit says that an associate of Jada's then followed Bilal, whose friendship with the Fresh Prince alum is detailed in the 2021 memoir Will to his vehicle, while continuing to issue verbal threats. Less than a year later, Bilal alleges he was contacted following the 2022 Academy Awards, during which Will infamously slapped the shit out of Chris Rock. And was asked to help with the crisis management for the incident. However, Bilal declined, noting in his filing that his conscience would not allow him to be involved in any cover-up or deceptive PR campaign. But you could take your ass to Tasha K and put out here that this man was bent over, stretched out from the back, messing with Dwayne Martin. I would never trust anybody like him. And it's really sad that, and I know because I've had it happen to me, where you could be so close with people or in a relationship with them, the minute it's over, they are out here smearing your name. They are out here trying to make you look all types of bad, doing stuff to try to make you look stupid, just talking to your enemies, okay, about you, and just doing way too much. And my dude, you are trying to sue Jada because her people allegedly, want to do it? Beat your ass and told you if you don't shut the fuck up, okay? If you don't shut your ass up and stop coming out with these lies, okay? We gonna whoop your ass. You mad at her about that? You think you should get $3 million after you went on Tasha K? All they gotta do is play that interview of how you tried to make Will Smith look bad, and you was one of the closest people to him, and you didn't get what you wanted from him, or he chose to sever ties with you, because this is what these people do. They get upset, they can't get what they want out of you anymore, and then they want to go with these lies and these stories, okay, and make you look bad and put your business all out there. Now you mad at his wife for what? Feeling a way about you doing all of that? Okay. And Jada is a lot different than Will. Okay. She like, I got my whole crew. Go threaten this nigga. Okay. But yeah, sir, you're not getting no money after what you did. Are you crazy? This is what happens though with people. They are like obsessed with getting revenge on you for shit that they have did to you. Make it make sense. That's how you know somebody is diabolical. They're evil. Okay?